Tittle, Eclipse of Realms, Episode 1, Awakening. Scene 1. A rainy evening. The rain drummed steadily against the windows of a modest Tokyo apartment, a soothing backdrop to the quiet hum of a study lamp. 18-year-old Akira Nakamura sat at his desk, hunched over textbooks and notes. His focus was intense, but fatigue was evident in the dark circles beneath his eyes. Akira was an ordinary high school student, diligent and determined to excel in his exams. As he closed his books and gathered his things, he cast a longing glance at the clock. It was late, and the city outside was shrouded in a hazy darkness. He packed his things and prepared to leave for home, the rain adding a reflective mood to his thoughts. Little did he know that this seemingly mundane evening would take a turn for the worst. Scene 2. The accident. Akira stepped out into the rain, the streets glistening with the reflection of neon signs and streetlights. The sound of tires splashing through puddles echoed in the deserted streets. As he walked briskly towards the bus stop, his mind was preoccupied with thoughts of the upcoming exams and his future. Suddenly, a car skidded out of control, its tires screeching on the wet pavement. The vehicle hydroplaned, barreling towards Akira with terrifying speed. Time seemed to slow as Akira looked up, his eyes widening in horror. He barely had time to react before the impact occurred. Scene 3. The coma. The screen fades to black, and the sound of a flatline beeps monotonously in the background. Akira's consciousness drifted in and out, trapped in a void of darkness and silence. The scene gradually shifts to a sterile hospital room, where machines beep rhythmically and IV dripped steadily. Akira's face was pale, and his body lay motionless in the hospital bed. The room was filled with the quiet murmur of doctors and nurses, their conversations a distant, muffled sound. They spoke of his condition in hushed tones, their expressions grave, as they discussed the severity of his injuries. Scene 4. The Awakening. The scene shifts abruptly. Akira's eyes flutter open, but the sight that greets him is nothing like he expected. The sterile hospital room was now a ruin, its walls cracked and overgrown with strange, luminescent vines. The machines were shattered, and a thick layer of dust covered everything. Confusion and panic surged through him as he tried to make sense of his surroundings. He struggled to sit up, wincing at the unfamiliar weight and stiffness in his limbs. His heart raced as he stumbled to his feet, surveying the devastation around him. The once familiar city outside the window was unrecognizable. The towering skyscrapers were now skeletal remains, and the streets were littered with debris and overgrown vegetation. A blood-red sky hung ominously overhead, casting a surreal glow on the crumbling cityscape. Scene 5. The New World. Akira's initial shock gave way to a sense of dread as he ventured outside the hospital. The world beyond was a nightmarish wasteland. Monstrous creatures, some with scales, others with grotesque features, moved about aimlessly, their roars echoing through the empty streets. It was a realm filled with danger and uncertainty. He stumbled through the city, encountering the occasional beast that made his heart pound with fear. In his desperation, he sought refuge in what appeared to be an abandoned store. As he took a moment to catch his breath, he noticed that the shop's shelves were filled with items he didn't recognize: crystal vials, strange artifacts, and scrolls covered in unfamiliar runes. Scene 6. The Realization. As Akira wandered through the wreckage of his old life, he saw no familiar faces. The places he used to visit, the landmarks of his life, were all gone. There was no sign of his family or friends. He was utterly alone. His exploration soon led him to encounter his first monster. It was a massive reptilian beast, its eyes glowing with malevolent intelligence. Panicked, Akira tried to find a way to defend himself, but the creature charged at him with terrifying speed. Instinctively, Akira raised his hands, and to his astonishment, a burst of energy erupted from his palms, annihilating the monster in an explosive flash. The remnants of the beast disintegrated into glowing orbs that floated towards Akira. As they touched him, he felt a surge of energy and a strange sensation of power coursing through his body. A translucent screen appeared in front of him, displaying unfamiliar symbols and a progress bar labeled experience points. Scene 7. The New Reality. With the immediate threat gone, Akira sank to his knees, overwhelmed by the weight of his new reality. He was alone in a world that had transformed into something out of a fantastical nightmare. As he pondered his next move, he realized that he possessed abilities beyond anything he had ever imagined. The powers he had demonstrated were not just a fluke, they were a part of this new, bewildering world. As Akira took his first steps into this strange realm, he knew he had to adapt quickly. He needed to understand his new abilities, uncover the truth about what had happened, and find a way to navigate this world filled with monsters and magic. His journey had only just begun, and the answers he sought were shrouded in mystery and danger.
In a sky where the stars collide, two worlds on the edge of night. The echoes of a fate untold draw us close, though we're alone. Shattered dreams and shattered light, through the shadows of our fight. In a tempest of the unknown, we stand strong, our hearts are shown. Through the rifts, through the pain, love's a flame we can't contain. Though the worlds may drift apart, we're bound by a single heart. Eclipse hearts in the cosmic dance, love will rise with a single chance. As the monsters claw and the worlds collide, in your arms I will confide. In this storm of fate we defy, our love will not say goodbye. Even if the worlds are torn asunder, we'll face the storm, we'll face the thunder. In silence whispers creep, betrayal shadow in the deep. Yet in every darkened place, I find the light within your face. Through the chaos, through the fear, every battle, every tear. When the world is breaking down, together we will stand our ground. Through the rift, through the pain, love's a fire we can't restrain. Though the world is torn apart, we're tethered by a single heart. Eclipse hearts in the cosmic dance, love will rise with a single chance. As the monsters claw and the worlds collide, in your arms I will confide. In this storm of fate we defy, our love will not say goodbye. Even if the worlds are torn asunder, we'll face the storm, we'll face the thunder. And the stars will fade and worlds will break, but in this love we'll find a way. Through the night, through the pain, we'll forge a path, we'll remain. Eclipse hearts in the cosmic dance, love will rise with a single chance. As the monsters claw and the